Hey everybody, welcome back to the Gargoylization Diecast. Back for another quick episode. And as you can see, this one is going to be a little bit of a mashup. Reason being, this is the second part of my buddy build with Santa Slow Dog. I had originally planned on having this done a couple weeks ago, but then I had the week and a half in the hospital or whatever. So, that kind of threw a wrench into the schedule. But now I'm finally getting to it. I let him know he was fine with it. He doesn't have a problem with the fact that it took me a little longer to get to this one than I planned. But we're going to go ahead and get into it. The only rule that we had on this build was that we were asked to make it a Batman vehicle again. But the first one we had to use an original Batmobile casting to build whatever car we built. This one you don't. This one is going to be 3 other castings that aren't Batman cars and mash them together and make them look like a Batman car. So there may be a part or two made to go with it. But yeah, that's the general plan. I've already got them drilled apart. Let's go ahead and rip them apart. You don't need any of that stuff. Not sure if I'm going to need this or not, so we're just going to put it to the side for now. Yes, I'm planning on using this. But, that being said, there is a problem. They're the exact same size. I couldn't have it easy or anything, That's not allowed. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this go on the outsides here so it's more of a wide body. Yeah, that's my plan anyway. That's the biggest part of the plan. The other part of the plan, yeah, this is kind of weird for me because I don't normally plan out my vehicles when I'm doing a mashup. But because I was having to do this with him for the Batman, it kind of needed to be. The other thing is I want to take this propeller, thruster, whatever you want to call rocket, and put it on the back. So we got to cut this part. That will bring out my handy dandy little saw here. I get a piece of wood here so I'm not cutting into my mat even more than it already is. And of course, public service announcement, safety first. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to flip you off there. I didn't do that on purpose, I swear. Well, unless you're one of my haters, then maybe I did. Alright, so let's go ahead and cut this right here. Really, I'm only caring about the back half anyway. The only reason I bought this was for making straighter cuts. Other than that, I would use my Dremel and zip it off. But I've got the tool, I might as well try to use it once in a while. Well, that's pretty good. And I can go to the wayside. We have. Yeah, that was a whole lot quicker. It's kind of like mechanic work on cars. That's what I went to school for, was to become an automotive technician. Then I hurt my back, so yeah. It kind of is like that in the fact that it's not necessarily the hardest work to do. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass, yeah. It depends on, fitment, etc. But as long as you get the right tools, you can usually do the job. It always pays to have my favorite slogan, options and audibles. And that's exactly what this kind of build is for. Alright, so we got this. It's going to go back here. Notice I didn't cut the back ones off. Because, yeah, they fit just about right to where we want it to sit. So I need to shape up this front a little bit so we can drop down. Maybe cover up the... Yeah, we can cover up that hole. Just like so. So, yeah, there's that part. All we gotta do is glue that in place. Which we got the good old JB Quick here. So, yeah, we'll glue that in place first and then do the rest. So that's that. And here we finally have it. As you can see off to the side there, I've got the original bat wings that I was going to try and put on it. Well, not original bat wings, but from the other car that I originally wanted to do. I couldn't find a good way to attach them. That was the problem. I'm sure I could have just JB welded them on or whatever, but it wouldn't have looked all that great by the time I was done with it, and I like the clean look, so I went with this one. This is basically based off of Batman the Animated Series. If you've never seen that, look at the picture here and see what you think about that. Other than that, it came out great. I'm happy with it. I hope Santa Slawdog likes it as well. He's the one that's been waiting on it. It was buddy build with him. Unfortunately, because I was in the hospital for 10 days, it got a little behind schedule, so now I'm under the gun. But I'm all said and done with this one. I've got 3 more that I gotta do here in the next week. So a lot of content coming out this week for you. Anyway, that's it for this one. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff I always say. And, come back for more. There's always more. Until next time, that's all, folks. Bye now.